Hello, my name is Fletcher Matandika and I am here again to share with you some tips, some experiences, some principles that can help you as you're trying to minister to people in dire straits, in difficult situations. This is a part of the ongoing series of the Bleeding Hearts of America videos that I've been making over the last couple of weeks, a few weeks actually, just to share my own experiences, what I've learned working in communities that are underprivileged and trying to bring development and help to the people in those communities. And so today my focus is going to be on the difference between relief and rehabilitation. So I want to talk about the difference between relief and rehabilitation. It's very important that we get these differences right. I'm trying to pace myself here because this is a very important topic and I don't want to rush through it. So, relief and rehabilitation. Relief is simply, the kind of help that we give to people in emergency situations. So, many years back, we had Hurricane Katrina, and many people from all over the United States and other parts of the world rallied to help the victims of Hurricane Katrina. That was relief. But then rehabilitation takes it a step further. So somebody loses a house because of the hurricane. Well, you give them a temporary shelter, that's relief. But then you also help them to rebuild their lives, to rebuild their house, so they can have a permanent structure, permanent place that they can call home for themselves. That is one of their own, and that's something that they can be proud of. That's rehabilitation. So we need to kind of close the gap between relief on one hand and rehabilitation on the other. And there is an entire process that we have to go through. First of all, we have to understand when we're helping people who are in desperate situations, in emergency situations, the goal there is just their survival. We want to help these people to survive. So survival is always the goal in a relief program. In rehabilitation, the goal is thriving. For them to thrive, not just to move people from surviving to thriving. So they can be thriving on their own and being able to stand on their 2 feet and not only be able to take care of their own needs, but also hopefully be able to help others in need. This is absolutely critical if you're going to help people to move from relief situation to rehabilitation. That's why many organizations who do relief programs, they'll always also add development to it. Relief and development. I would prefer relief and rehabilitation. Those two terms are absolutely important and they define what we're trying to do. Not only that, they also define and help us to realize the steps we're going to take to help the people to reach the goal. Again, remember, the goal in relief is survival. The goal in rehabilitation is thriving, that the people should thrive. So we're moving them from survival to thriving, from surviving to thriving. How do we do that? First of all, we need to understand the nature of their situation. What are their particular needs and what particular challenges stand in the way between where they are and where they want to be. And I want to stop there and emphasize that the goal must always be for us to help them get where they want to be, not where we want to be. As great as our ideas might be, if the people we're trying to help don't share those ideas, if no matter how great our goals might be, if the people we're trying to help don't share those goals, it doesn't matter. It will not happen. They need to be able to conceptualize in their own minds and understand where they are, but also then be able to conceptualize in their minds where they want to be, where are they going. They need to define the destination. We can help them come to that conclusion, but we must not define the destination for them. They need to know Okay, I want to move from living in a tent to living in a nice house. 3-bedroom house, 5-bedroom house, whatever it is, this kind of house, they need to be able to define the goal for themselves. So whether you're dealing with a community or an individual, you need to step back far enough to allow them the freedom to define the goal that they're trying to reach. Because if you do it for them, they may go along with you, to get along with you, but whatever you do will not last. So this is the first and very important point we need all to learn when we're trying to help people. Let's be humble enough and restrained enough and wise enough to ask the question, what do you want to accomplish in the end? What do you want to accomplish in your life? Where do you see yourself from here? And then once they define the goal, the destination where they want to go, we can help them. Okay, so how do you move from point A to point B? And one of the first things we need to do in that process is to look around them. Basically, what I mean by that is, what resources do they already have available where they are? This may be a misapplication of the story of Moses, but remember when God was speaking to Moses about taking the children of Israel to the promised land, there was a point where God says to him, what is in your hand? And Moses had a staff in his hand, and God says, use that staff. It's going to perform miracles, and through that you're going to be able to get the children of Israel to the promised land, out of Egypt to the promised land, at least on the way to the promised land. So we need to ask the people the questions. What is in your hand? Again, going back to the Bible, the story of the widow who had run out of stuff. She was asked, run out of oil. What do you have? She used what she had. And then from there, abundance came. So always ask the people. Always help them to answer this question. What is in your hand? What do you have? Now, what they may have, may be very, very little in comparison to what we have or what we want to give them. Again, just because you have stuff to give away doesn't mean you should go ahead and do it. You need to, again, restrain yourself enough to allow them the freedom to search around, to identify their own strengths, their own potential. Because they have a potential that you may not even know about, and certainly they may not be aware of. And so asking that question helps them to think deeply and search and identify their own potential. So first, define the goal, the destiny. They need to do that. The people you're trying to help, they need to do that. Secondly, you need to help them identify their own potential by asking the question, what is in your hand? And then you are on the right track. Once you've identified they have identified their destination, their goal, where they want to go. Once they've identified what they have, then we're ready to go to work. Now the bigger question after that is going to be, how do we get from here, using the resources you have, to get to where you want to be? And that will be our discussion for next time. But remember this, you will never lift people out of poverty, be it an individual, a family, a community, or a nation, by giving them handouts. The only way you can lift people out of poverty is by giving them a hand up. God bless you. Until next time, this is Fletcher Matandika. Bye. Hi, I hope you're enjoying my videos. If you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, please do so that you don't miss any future episodes. God bless you.